Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to episode 3. Hey, this your boy Preston, aka Mr. Travels. I got young Ryan in the building, and today we got a special guest. I got my best friend Earl. Say what's up, Earl.
What's going on, everybody?
There you go. And yeah, I want to jump right into one of my other favorite cities. It's Cairo, Egypt. Went there about 2 years ago. It's been 2 years since we've been there. And young Ryan didn't go. This dude, he's supposed to go, but that's another show.
Another day.
Yeah, so I just want to talk about, briefly about, what we did in, Cairo and stuff like that. So the first thing I always like to start off with is what type of environment was it? So for me, we went in July, which was dumb because it was stupid hot out there. And, me being the big guy, once you get to sweat, it's just,
it's a wrap.
It's a wrap. Everything, just, I blink, I sweat. So it was really, really hot out there. Obviously it's desert. So there was but it was a dry weather though. So that made it a little bit more tolerable versus being humid or whatever. So had a little bit of desert on the outskirts of the city. The city was just any other city, in my opinion. What did you think about the environment, Earl?
For me, just kind of getting out of the country for the first time, ending up in Egypt and Cairo. Of course, hot. Unbearably hot. A little chaotic. You get to the airport and it's kind of like you don't know where to go, what to do. You're waiting on your luggage. You're like, is it coming anytime today for a couple hours? So a little shell shocked at first. The way people were driving, wasn't used to it. Kind of like horns honking all day, people speeding, slamming on brakes, people just walking across the highway like it's nothing. I'm like, okay, so this what we doing. So, me and my wife, we were just holding hands, like praying, like, man, I just hope we get to our hotel.
That person set you up for failure. Nah, brother, you good. You in good hands like Allstate.
So.
And I want to say this, I'm real excited. I was real excited and happy that you guys actually came out. Like I said, that was your first time out the country, and I think that was a major leap for you. To go from say American standards to say a country that's not exactly ran like America, like any other American city, and to experience that that's like night and day. Because most people, their first countries are like something like in the Caribbean or, Europe or something like that. And I feel like Europe is like America Part 2, obviously. It's clean. I won't say clean, but, it's like an American city. So the next thing I want to talk about is, some of the barriers and challenges. So I know you just touched on a little bit about like the traffic, and it was just, you might see 3 lines on the road, but you might got 6 lanes now because they don't care. And you got mopeds and stuff like that, just doing whatever they want to do, what I'm saying, in between cars. And it's just, I remember me and my wife, we landed and we were in the back of a taxi. And I'm a motorcycle rider, I got the Harley on. And literally, I've never seen this before. It was literally like 4 people on a moped. I was like, wow, that's impressive. I was like, like you had the rider and like a son, then like the wife, and then like a baby on the back. I was like, man, any pebble, a gust of wind, anything come their way, any type of adversity, it is a wrap. At least 2 people died, what I'm saying? Because you already going 50, 60 miles per hour, and that's just, I don't think they even had helmets on.
He nice with the handles. He got handles. He got handles like Steph.
Hey, I don't care. Anybody that rides a motorcycle know you either bend down or you going down. So that's just crazy. Let alone yourself, but you put your kids through that. So yeah, that's just crazy. But yeah, so back to like say about Cairo, like I would say like this. My pet peeve for that is water. Like, you can never have too much hydration going on. So water was real big. I have in the desert, obviously. some type of headgear. I know we bought some little hair wraps or whatever.
Yeah.
That helped out a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, just to create that little bit of shade. Definitely sunglasses if you got them. The darker the better. So like that. Sunscreen lotion. Even though I'm dark skinned, yo, I ain't lying, man. Growing up, I ain't never think a black person can get sunburned. But yeah, I got that. I had that happen to me a little while ago, and that was amazing. I was like, wow, didn't even know that. So yeah, sunscreen is a must. I feel like good walking shoes because you're walking everywhere. I mean, you might catch a cab somewhere, you might do whatever. But once you get to where you're going, you're definitely going to walk, city block, or you might have to walk around the pyramid. My wife and I, we went inside the pyramid. I'll talk about that a little later. And also the last thing is you want to have loose fitting or lightweight clothes. You got anything to add to that, Earl?
Man, you pretty much hit them all, sir.
Oh, okay.
No, but I mean, for me and my wife, just first time travelers, we weren't used to, when we got to the hotel, we asked the attendant like, "Hey, you got any washcloths?" Because we didn't see any in the room. So that was a little barrier for us because we're like, man, how are we gonna wash with no washcloths? Like, well, what are we gonna do? Like, we about to really use our hands? So we just had to get creative with like the hand towels and use those as washcloths.
Yeah.
Another thing is just when you're not used to the type of environment that you're around, like the kids, running up, the constant like begging and kind of, just seeing how other people are living, and you're just like, man, you like really start taking things like, so really start looking at the situation and start thinking like, dang, I got it pretty good. Like, so, just those things, just kind of being immersed into the culture was just like, kind of like, man, like, is this really where I'm about to spend the next 2 weeks of my life? So, but overall, it was a great experience, though. I mean, I'm glad I went. I'm glad I was able to see, certain things like that. But just the challenges was just trying to adjust. And, an American in a third world country, kind of trying to figure it out like every day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I have a question. So, especially since it was like, y'all as couples, did you guys have any experience with like the nightlife out there at all, or any flirted with the nightlife? I mean, it doesn't have to be a club. It could just be like at a time at night. I don't know.
Sir, nah, I'm messing with you. Nah, that didn't even cross my mind. I mean, for me, I have to speak on myself and my wife. Nightlife was not like I didn't come to Cairo with the mindset of, oh, this is gonna be dope to go out and party. Nah, bro. Like just
what's a nightlife like?
yeah. It's like for me, certain places in my mind are just not nightlife friendly, or some stuff I just don't want to experience. As far as like, I don't want anything, especially if I'm with my wife. If I'm with my wife, I can only do so much, only so much protection. But if I'm with like 5 or 6 dudes, I'm like, all right, well, we can probably handle ourselves to a certain level. But I got my wife, I got to make sure first and foremost she's protected. So I didn't really feel like there was a place that we should be out at midnight and walking around and stuff like that. Not to say it might not have been safe, but just it didn't cross my mind. So
okay.
Yeah, and for me, nah, I didn't think about it at all. Wasn't even worried about it. I was like, yo, that hotel rooftop pyramid view, that was all the nightlife I needed.
Yeah, like so the hotel that we stayed, it was near the pyramids. Like when I say near, like I mean it's kind of hard to give it like a landmark, but it wasn't far. You could see the pyramids plain as day.
Half a mile.
Yeah, like you can see the Sphinx, and every night they do a light show. So there's a little tidbit. So you could pay, I think it was $20, $25, something like that. Okay. And you could actually go and sit for the night show, the little light show, whatever. So since we were so close to the hotel, we literally got to sit on top of the rooftop, smoke a hookah or eat your food or whatever, and literally just watch the whole light show for free. So, when you leave your hotels,
and we heard it very clear also.
Oh, yeah.
We heard every single word.
So we watched the night show every single night because, when we came back from, sightseeing or touring or whatever all day, one, you had to wait till the sun go down because just don't go out there on the roof thinking, I'm going to go out there like high noon. Nah, bro, you ain't going to
Thinking stuff is sweet.
Yeah. So when we came back, we showered, chilled out, and then once the sun started going down, that's when we, made our way up to the rooftop to get our spot. And like I said, we just enjoyed the scenery every night, and that was our scenery every night. So I can't complain, even though you hear the same, the same little story. Because they have a story with the light show also.
Okay.
I heard it every night. It didn't bother me one bit because I was just enjoying the scenery and my friends. So
that's what it's about. That's actually.
Yeah, and that to me, that was our going out. That was like our lounge, because they had like a little bar area. I mean, they didn't serve any liquor or anything, but it still had a bar lounge feel. So, like I said, it was good. It was dry every day. It didn't. I don't really think it rained while we was out there. So
no,
it didn't rain. Yeah. So yeah. So like I said, it was cool. So so yeah, that was the whole nightlife thing for us.
Okay.
And we did hear a story about nightlife. I don't know if Earl remember. We ran into that guy from Jersey. I can't remember his name, but he said he went out. I think with him and his friends or whatever. He said he met some local, and that local took him to a club or whatever. And he said he walked in there, and next thing you know, he got vibes of like they probably shouldn't be there. And then he said they had to actually pay to leave.
Oh gosh.
Wow. And I was like, wow. And that's what I mean by like, before I even got there, I told her, I said, yo, I'm not going out anywhere. I'm not going to any clubs, any bars, whatever. That's, like I said, for me, that just wasn't my mentality. I kind of can tell, like, yeah, I want to go out. But certain countries, nah, man, it just don't even seem safe or
not worth it at all.
Risk it. I don't want to roll the dice. So
yeah, I hear you.
So yeah, so that's with the whole nightlife. But so moving forward, so some of the things that you could do in Cairo, it's plenty to do. One of the major things, obviously, when they come is to see the pyramids of Giza, and that was just for me breathtaking, and that's something I've always wanted to see. Like literally, I almost wanted to cry because you read about the pyramids when you're a little kid. And for me, I've always been interested in like mythology and stuff like that, and just history in general. So just to see something like that, like an actual landmark that is part of the old civilization, was just amazing, and seeing the bricks and stuff like that. Because I assumed that the bricks were like American bricks, just a regular, brick or whatever. And these are not even bricks; they're stones. They're like boulders. They're like they're about 6 feet tall, and it was just like, wow. Then you start thinking like, this probably not possible that humans did this, but yeah, if you believe in that sort of thing. So yeah, that was, like I said, that was cool going up. And what do you think, Earl? Seeing the pyramids?
Yeah, honestly, actually being able to see it, because you see the pictures on TV all the time on the little aerial shots, and you're thinking like, man, like, the funny thing was, you sort of think that they're all kind of like lined up together, but they're actually like pretty nice distance apart from each other in kind of like an angle or whatever. But but to your point, just seeing those boulders and those stones, it was just like breathtaking, because how could humans actually build these pyramids?
Yeah.
What other attractions? I know you said it's plenty. What other attractions did y'all see out there? Or maybe I'm just cutting to the chase and.
So even just at the pyramids, you can do more than just, see them. You can actually go inside the pyramids. And so me and my wife, you got to pay extra. That's not part of the tour.
Okay.
But we paid a little extra, whatever, for that. And you walk in and you go through this little chamber or whatever. And then you have to climb this very, very narrow staircase. And then it opens up into a bigger chamber. And then even inside that, you got to climb up another set of steps. And then you get inside there. Then you have to pretty much get on your knees and crawl through another chamber. And then it opens up to a big chamber that I'm assuming that's where they had like the burial or whatever. So there's nothing in there. Like, it's literally just an open room. So you just pay, $20 to torture yourself in the heat. But yeah, like I said, it was, just for the experience. So, I can say I did it. And so we did it. We took pictures inside. Obviously, like Earl said earlier, everything you do is money. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you ask somebody to take a picture for you, yeah, well, give me, $5. I'm like, I'm like, hey, you know, you want money for everything, you know what I'm saying? So the guy, I think we gave him a couple dollars, like Egyptian money. We gave him Egyptian dollars and no, Egyptian pounds, let's say. And we gave him that. He took a couple pictures for us on the inside, and that was cool. And then pretty much just the same way you come in, the same way you go out, which definitely not a two-way street. Definitely should have had another path to get out. And yeah, that was a very big challenge. Like I said, me being a bigger guy, whatever. So yeah, so when we came out, it was just like, just to have a, you know, air. I was like, wow. And like I said, from there, they have another little spot where you could actually drive to, which we did. It's like a little landing where you can take your panoramic shots and you can see the city of Cairo behind the pyramids. So,
nice.
You know, you got the city part in the back and you see all the pyramids, and that was like, you know, pretty breathtaking, like I said. And there's something but desert out there. People got camels and stuff like that. And
ATV rides.
Yeah, they got the ATV rides. We didn't do the ATV rides, and I didn't do the camel rides either. I rode a camel when I was in the military, but I rode a camel before, and I wasn't gonna pay for it again. I would have if my wife wanted to, but she didn't want to.
It wasn't a pleasant experience, the camel?
No. I mean, it was cool. It was free when I did it. But you know, my wife didn't want to, you know, and I ain't gonna force her. I ain't about to get up there by myself, so it is what it is. So we just took a gang of pictures up there, and you know, different, you know, just different scenes or whatever. And we just, like I said, that's all we did up there. Just take pictures.
That's wild, man. Because like, sometimes you can take stuff for granted. Like if you're on vacation within, the States or whatnot, like there's like somebody like, oh, you want me to take that picture of you and your wife? Fine. But they hear that, somebody's like, hey, yeah, I'll take that picture for you, but you slide me some money. Even something that small just sounds like a huge, culture difference. You know what I'm saying? You go to like Disney World and there's like plenty of people who will take a photo for you if you needed it, no cost, so.
Now when you go to like legit third world countries, like if they look at your luggage, that's $3. You know what I'm saying? They're like, well, I saw your luggage, $3. If they move it 2 feet, hey man, give me $5. And I get it, you know what I'm saying? So I know they're not living like Americans, obviously ain't Shangri-La and, city made of gold, and they're really out there hustling. They're really trying to make a living.
Yeah.
And that's why, and to be honest with you, if you go to third world countries, man, it is a humbling, or it should be humbling experience that everybody is not living like you're living. Like, we sit there and be like, I'm gonna go buy this $1,000 TV and I'm gonna have 5 of those in my house, whatever the case may be. So if you go over there, they might have TV, they might have electricity, you know what I'm saying? So you just kind of take it for granted. But obviously I've been around a lot of situations, a lot of different countries that you'd be like, I can't live like this. But it is what it is. If you don't have choices, where you live, and the only thing I can say is for people just to, do better, try to do better, But like I said, you can only do but so much with what you have, So, but yeah, I don't want to get all depressing on that level. But yeah.
Okay. But yeah, you definitely got to be careful too, because you could just be walking, and I mean, they got me. Some guy just said, "Hey, picture," and I'm like, "Oh, okay." I'm thinking he want to take a picture with me, so I go over there. We take the picture, and then after the picture, he got his hand out. I'm like, why your hand out? So I mean, you really got to be careful what you're doing out there, because you will get caught up.
Oh man, yeah.
So a funny joint is, I think it was the second night. It was the night because I got there a day before Earl got there, and or a couple days before you got there. But anyway, when you got there that same night, I was like, "Yo, let's go to the corner stores up the street, and we just need to make our way to the joint." So I told him the first night I got out there, I'm military, a couple of deployments, it is what it is. Shit, I was so damn scared. I mean, the military, dude, think about it. Your toughness only goes so far. Like, I don't care if you're Mike Tyson. If 5 or 6 dudes get on you, it might be a wrap. You know what I'm saying? So So I'm walking, and I told my wife, I was like, look, because anytime I get to a place like a hotel or whatever, I don't care what country I'm in, whether it's Europe, Africa, whatever, I get water.
Mm-hmm.
So I always want to have bottles of water in the room, and maybe like some chips or something.
Right.
So I was like, hey, I asked the guys, hey, is there like a place I can, get chips and, water, whatever? He said, yeah, just go outside, hang a left, hang a right, go up the street. I'm like,
that's a lot.
this dude's about to get me robbed. I walked outside and people just looking at me like, somebody alone. And then so I'm walking fast too. I'm sitting there like, I thought I was switching a little bit. I was like, damn, why am I walking so fast? So I get to the corner store, dudes are like, you from America? Nope. Canada, dog. And, sometimes people don't like Americans. And I was like, nah, Canada, eh? That's exactly where I'm from. So, and then they do just talking to me. He's like, I help you with your bags. Hell no. I don't know. Do I look like I need help with my bags? So yeah, that was crazy. But then, like I said, when Earl got there, I said, yeah, man, I got another dude with me, so we should be stripping. We walk in, people staring at us, and
yeah,
size y'all up.
Kids trying to play us. One kid come up, it's a bunch of kids hiding around the corner. One come up and trying to get something from us. So the rest of them kind of come. Man, it was crazy, man.
Yeah, so I
got this one funny story though.
Yeah.
One day, me and my wife took an Uber, and we were coming back from the mall out in the outskirts of the city. So we were riding back, and as soon as we got over there by the pyramids, the Uber driver was stopped by some random dude, and the random dude was like, "Hey," he told the driver, "Let them get out your car." We're speaking in Arab at this point. So I don't know what's going on. The car stopped. The dude's talking. It's like a gang of people on both sides of us, and then it's like this motorcycle gang, like club, whatever they were, like dirt bikes, mopeds, riding up, popping wheelies, playing this loud music. I'm sitting there thinking like, oh, I'm about to die. So, the guy was like, he was like, yeah. So then he came to the back window and he was like, you want to ride on a horse and carriage? I'm like, nah, we're going to our hotel. Like, we're going to our hotel. I told the driver, I was like, drive. I was like, man, I wish I knew like some type of Arab, because the driver didn't speak no English. I'm like this.
It's like, no, just go.
Yeah, that was crazy, man. Like I said, that was the first time out the country, so like I'm kind of like I'm worried at all levels at this point. Like, what's going on? Head on the swivel all day long.
I feel you.
Yeah, I said, like, I wasn't there with you on that. I think me and my wife went to go do something else, but yeah, that's crazy. That's what I say, man. I never did a Uber outside the country, so you got that on me, Earl. So
Jeez,
I would have done it. Whatever we needed, we just ain't gonna have it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like now I know like Ubers are cool, whatever. Just at the time, I just never done an Uber.
Right.
So yeah, like I said, so Pyramids of Giza, everybody knows that. And then what other we did? We did the original museum of Egyptian antiquity. So that joint is huge and old, no AC. They just got a bunch of fans and windows open, no AC.
Yeah.
But before I go into it, but they are building a new museum that they're saying, I don't know when it's gonna be open. I think like this year, next year, or whatever. That they was talking about, they're gonna move all the pieces from the old museum to the new one. So I'm sure that's gonna be dope, because we rode past it in the cab, and I mean it looked like it's gonna be a huge facility, state of the art and all that. So I think that'd be cool. It might already be open, because like I said, we went 2 years ago, so it could be already open.
Right.
So I need to check on that. But yeah, so but anyway, but the original one was built apparently late 1800s, probably something like that. And so the lady was like a tour guide, and she was like, there's over 120,000 different items in the museum. She was like, because I think we had like a 4-hour tour or a 5-hour tour, something like that. Yeah. So I was like, are we going to see the whole museum? She was like, no, there's no way you can see 120,000 items. And I'm thinking, once again, American. I just paid you, $20. You just showed me everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't get the concept of, I'm like, I don't get the concept of I paid you for a service and you're not gonna provide, But it's all good. So she was just like, no, see, I'm gonna show you the highlights, the important stuff. And I was like, all right, that's cool, whatever. And then so we was walking fast too. Like,
oh, she's trying to get you through there.
Yeah, we was getting through it. So
It was huge.
It was huge.
It was huge.
And it was hot. So she was just like, you don't want to be here for 5-6 hours, whatever. Which was true. It was extremely hot in there. So she was like, when people go to the museum, the number one thing they want to see is King Tut. And all the King Tut's items that were in his, chambers and stuff like that.
Right.
So, I think we started off on the top floor. I don't know how many floors. It was 2 or 3 floors, whatever it was. So we started in that wing of the museum, and we just seen his shoes and chairs and chariots and all that stuff.
That's dope.
So and that's all. And the cool part about it was all that stuff was intact because he was one of the pharaohs that didn't get his stuff robbed. So that was pretty cool. So we get to see everything how it was really laid out, thousands of years ago. And so we did all that. And you could take pictures all through the museum, but you would not take a picture of the King Tut's mask. Which made me mad.
Yeah.
Did they say why you can't do the mask?
Something about the flash, right?
Yeah, it's like, it depends on the situation. So I've been to a lot of museums, and sometimes you can take pictures, sometimes you can't. But the one or two reasons why I've been told why you can't take certain pictures of certain items in any museum is either the flash is going to damage something or whatever, AKA they're really lying because they ain't going to damage it, but they don't want certain pictures of certain items just loose on the internet. And that's why if you want a picture of something, you got to get a licensed image. You know what I'm saying? So you have that because the family might own it. So if the family owns it, they'll be like, no, we don't want nobody to take pictures of this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then, so that's pretty much it. But that's what they always say, oh, it's going to damage the photo or the whatever. I'm like, it's gold. It ain't going to damage is
Exactly.
Pictures of my gold watch, and they ain't going to be like, oh, shit, that was green. You know what I'm saying? That's another problem. If it turns green on you.
The Joe Melson.
So yeah, like I said, man, we went to the museum and we saw the King Tut's mask. And that was tight, man, just to see the mask and the top. It was dope. And I was looking for his, his body. And they was like, no, that's somewhere else. I'm like, I came here for that body, man. You know what I'm saying? And then, so this dude, I'm telling you, man, it's all a racket, man. So we walking through and the lady was like, y'all want to see some real mummies? Like the important mummies? I'm like, yeah. She's like Ramses II and all these other pharaohs. And we like, yeah. She's like, more money.
That's awesome.
More money. And I was sitting there like,
it's not worth it.
In your face. I was like, y'all didn't say this in the beginning, but I was like, all right, whatever.
Yeah, these were American dollars. These weren't Egyptian pounds.
Yeah. I was sitting there like, so we paid because I was like, well, I'm not coming this far to not
turn
see
back down. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So we saw it, and we saw probably about 10 or 15 mummies or something like that.
Yeah.
Like queens and pharaohs, and I think some of them had like their priests, and I think maybe a couple of kings or whatever, or children. And I thought it was cool. I don't think it was that expensive. Maybe $15, maybe.
It's not bad.
I mean, the most interesting part about that was just to see. I mean, those people were short, man. I'm talking about like 5 feet, 5'2", like.
Yeah.
And then also, I mean, it was crazy because they still had like strings of like hair, and like you could see kind of like, I mean, the mummification process like pretty much kept their bodies, like you could actually see what this individual looked like.
Yeah.
Thousands of years ago. So I mean, just from like just being like kind of like a little history buffer, like seeing something like that is like, man, it's kind of amazing. Like,
and that was thousands of years ago.
Yeah,
that's what I'm trying to say, man. Like,
damn.
Egyptians or Africans in general, man, we have a lot of culture and a lot of, intelligence, and that, obviously Africa's been harvested by others. And you know what I'm saying, like, you know, people get the credit for certain things, but I'm telling you, man, like it was just crazy, just the whole process and just what they was able to accomplish. Like, oh, so yeah, I get that in a second. So yeah, so like I said, we did the whole museum, we walked around, we see a bunch of different things there. But one of the other things that we was able to do that I don't think we actually paid for that tour, but it was like little extras type stuff. We went to a place where they actually did like papyrus or something, but it's like the paper, like the first paper in the world. Supposedly created in, you know, Cairo. So the dude actually showed us how they like kind of like layer it, put water in it, let it dry in the sun, where they can actually write on it. So I actually have some of that. I think I bought a little bit of that, and that was just dope, man. Like the whole process of how you actually make paper. You know what I'm saying? Just to see that whole process, I think that was pretty tight. And that's what I'm trying to say, man. Like the paper that we use today, you know, obviously we use trees and stuff, but it's like the idea came from like that.
That's dope. Like the originator of it.
Yeah, so that was pretty tight, you know what I'm saying?
That is. I like that.
So, and that was like a little tour or whatever. And then we had like other little small tours where, because I was really big, I don't know what the proper name of it is, but I call it the man dress. And I was real big. I said, I gotta get me the dress, the man dress. It's like, you want man dress? Yeah, I really do. So yeah, we did that. We got, you know, I got me a man dress, and I'm wearing this so when we get out here. So yeah, so that was pretty cool. So those are the little sidebar things that we did. Oh yeah, we went to this. We went to a place that they did the charms, like the necklaces and stuff like that.
Did y'all get something from there?
I did. Well, me and the wife did. We got our cartouches. So we got cartouches made from like gold and silver. That was kind of expensive. I want to say that was like a couple $100 that we spent, like total.
It's well worth the memory though.
Yeah, they had like, you know, you can get whatever. So we got the hieroglyphics in our name. So on one side is, you know, our name in English. The other side is a hieroglyphic. So we got that made. And then one of the drinks, and Earl might remember, his memory might be better than mine. What was that red drink that they served? It was like it wasn't hibiscus, was it? It was
sort of like a hibiscus.
Yeah.
It was like a tea. I don't remember the name of it.
Yeah, but I was like, this ain't it. I was like, but yeah, they was like, oh man, you gotta do this, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, you sure? I'm like, man, that just was it. I was like, man, y'all tripping.
What did it taste like, the hibiscus?
Bland.
Gross to me. I mean, it was cold.
It was just bland.
I was just like, yo, just give me the water. You know what I'm saying? I'm good on it. So yeah.
All of us opted for water.
Yeah, like, man, I'm quenching my thirst with that. But yeah, that was like I said, that's some of the side trips and stuff like that. And then one of the things that we did, like I think maybe a night or two before we actually left.
Okay.
We did the Nile River cruise.
No, that sounds romantic. Actually.
Yeah. Well, it was a Nile River dinner cruise. And I don't want to say just a cruise, but we didn't just float down the river. Mm-hmm. That was like maybe a 3-4 hour dinner. And it had, like I said, it's docked, and, you know, we got there and we did the whole, like, get on the boat or whatever. And then, like, you know, they seat you or whatever. We had our own little seating areas. I was real happy about that. Mm-hmm. I didn't want to sit with a bunch of people anyway. Mm-hmm. So we had a little 4-person,
set up.
Yeah. And I think it was all you can eat salads and all that stuff. And, and then they had like entertainment. The entertainment was some type of, it was like a couple of dudes that had the like dress-like material. They just kept twirling with lights and stuff. That was pretty dope though. Mm-hmm. And it was, you know, playing traditional Egyptian music. And then they had the traditional belly dancer that she did her little belly dancer thing. And then I think at the very end, they all came together. Like, what do you think about that, Earl? How do you feel about the cruise and stuff?
No, cruise was a nice touch to end the trip. Like, just going down the Nile River, just seeing all of the in like the middle of the city. And I mean, when you go to Egypt, I mean, how many people can say they actually been on the Nile River? You know, so
yes,
something like that. It was just a nice touch to finish it off. The food was good, the entertainment was good. It was actually a nice evening.
Yeah, and that's why I was like, I've never seen a belly dancer thing before. It was pretty dope. And then that traditional, I wish I'd known the name of the first set of guys that came out, but I'm just not sure.
They weren't like a band, like playing music. They were just like dancing.
Well, it was a band.
It was a band
for both of them.
Oh,
They played for both of them, but you know they had instruments that I wasn't familiar with, and then just a type of Middle Eastern Arabic type of feel to it. Like I said, the guys were doing they were doing their thing. They kept twirling. I don't know what they one dude twirled for about 30 minutes. I'm like, he ain't dead.
about to throw up on his cruise.
Yeah, so then he had he had a hat that had lights on it. He walked around, and anybody that wanted to wear it, put it on. You know me.
You tried it?
Did I try it? Yes, sir. I want everything. When I paid my $30 for this dinner, $100, I think it was $100 for that dinner. I want everything coming to me. So
you should.
We got that. Earl and I, we took a picture with the belly dancer.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted everything. I was like, dude, I paid for this. I want the whole experience.
Hey,
So
is this where y'all tried the when y'all tried the pigeon?
nah, the pigeon, that was like
oh no, that
was
another.
Oh, okay.
That was on a different tour.
So how you do it is most of the tours include lunch.
Lunch.
And then so we always go out, we do whatever, and then we either ate in the middle of the tour or we ate at the very end.
Okay.
And I think that one we did that
That was lunch.
That was lunch, I guess. So we did the whole lunch thing again.
We did that at lunch, and I think we had the sugarcane juice or something. It was like something.
That was in Alexandria.
No. It was something else. It was like it was some type of drink that they have there. It was like it had lemon. It had mints in it.
Yeah, I know you're talking about. Yeah.
I don't know but it was good though.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't remember the name of it, but it was.
And that's the one thing I want to get better at, like actually learning what I'm eating or drinking, because at the time before this whole me starting a business or me starting we starting a podcast, I just did stuff and was like, oh, what is this? Oh, it's this, and this. All right, and I don't even remember it. But now I really do want to get better at actually writing stuff down or getting somebody to really tell me what this is. Mm. Obviously you put it in your body, so you definitely want to know what it is. But yeah, like the whole pigeon thing, people think it's crazy, but like over there they treat pigeons better than they treat chickens. Like they was like, if a family or anybody can offer you chicken, that means they got a little bit of money, just a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Because chickens are hard to come by. When they get a chance to eat pigeon, they gonna eat it. Mm. And so they got pigeon farms, and they clip their wings to make sure they don't fly off and all that type of stuff. And they feed them good and all that, and they serve them up.
So I know when you travel, one of the attractive things is to try to be adventurous, to try some different foods. Did any one of y'all or your wives, jump out there and try some different type of cuisine out there in Cairo?
Bro, I mean, pigeon, and that's about I don't want monkey brains, and I don't really. I mean, it's just not my thing, because my stomach get upset very easily. So, you don't want to be doing these 4 to 6 hour tours. You got the bubblies, what I'm saying? You get that, because you ain't nothing worse than getting that air pocket. You get that air pocket in your bag. You're like, oh.
Like, time out.
I need to, because sometimes we went to certain spots, the bathrooms were a little iffy, like.
I need a full timeout, coach.
I need a full timeout, not the half, not the 30-second joints, not the 15.
Give me
a full timeout. So, yeah, so.
Okay.
So, yeah, like I said, I mean, to each his own, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, like I said, man, I'm a beef, chicken, pork type of dude, man. And even then, only certain cuts of certain, animal. You're not gonna give me the, cow neck. I don't want that. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Yeah. See, I can't talk neither. I'm the same way. Like, I don't know if it was a real thing, but my wife says your Ryan must have like food anxiety because it's something new that I'm not familiar with. I'm like, I start asking questions. I start breathing funny. I'm like, hey, what is this?
Food anxiety.
Yeah, I'll be like, I don't know what this is, man.
I don't know how you gonna travel then, because I mean it's a McDonald's everywhere. So
I mean, I'm a food, pork, and chicken guy myself. So I mean, beef, pork, and chicken. I mean, so I'm cool. Just give me something I'm familiar with. Like I told you on one episode, I went to Cozumel, try all American foods. Give me the French toast. Give me some.
I don't know why you did that, like French toast. I mean, do you though?
Yeah, I'm not getting. You never see me in your 20 years of knowing me. You see me eat a burrito or like a taco or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So
went to Mexico, bro. Like that's home of. So you don't eat that in America?
No, I don't eat no tacos in America. I don't even. Yeah.
Because he wasn't gonna eat in Mexico either.
Yeah.
I thought you at least eat a taco. Like you don't eat Taco Bell at all.
No, I had a taco real quick. I had a taco one time, and it was at like this when I was at Fort Eustis. We had like some type of what do you call it? When you where everybody brings a thing, like a potluck. We had like a Hispanic food potluck thing, and like there was everything else looked unattractive to me except the make your own taco thing. So like I made my own taco with just beef and the taco, no tomatoes, no nothing. And then I snuck off to my desk to eat it just in case I didn't like it. And I threw it away. So
you sound like a big ass kid. Yeah.
Don't make me eat this.
I was like, yo, I was hungry, man. And they was having this potluck. I'm gonna try this potluck. I was like, ain't nothing here I'm gonna want. I'm gonna try this beef with this hard shell taco. And my boss saw me. He's like, "Why you sneak off?" I was like, "I was trying some food."
He said, "Why you sneak off?" You could have been like, "Well, I was acting like a child."
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't want nobody to see me.
I'm 10.
Yeah, see, I'm the opposite, man. Like I'm gonna at least want to try something. I ain't gonna say everything that's out there, but I'm at least like I want to find out like wherever I go, like, hey, what's y'all like main cuisine? Like, I want to at least try that. Like,
yeah, what are you known for?
And that's dope, man. Like, yeah. I'm trying to mentally, I might. Okay, put it this way. I'm in between y'all. Mm-hmm. Like, I might, dabble. But see, the thing is, man, it's like, and this is gonna be for another episode, man. But when I was in Portugal, in what city was Porto, and I was at this restaurant. I was like, hey, man, I don't want no burger. I don't want no steak. I just want something different. So I was like, dude, what's your meal? Like, what's your meal in this city to say, hey, I'm here. What can I eat? So the dude was like, oh, man, we got this rice, with white rice. We chop up peppers. And I mean, he's like really going into it. He's like peppers and onions and seasoning. I was like, damn. I was like, oh, man. I'm on the side. He's like, we layer it with a little bit of beans and shit. I was like, yo, that's gonna be bomb, man. What else? He's like, so this is where he lost me. He's like, so then we get the finest. He was like, bull testicles. Stop. I was like, you won the whole meal for me, bro.
I need another four, coach.
I was like, yo, just give me a burger, dog. Well done. I was like, I'm not eating no bull testicles, bro. Like, that's just.
Yeah, them bull balls.
Yeah, like, and my homeboy, he had it and he killed it. He said it was good. So I was like, I ain't messing with it. But yeah, that's what that was. But yeah, man, it was, yeah. So back to Cairo. So Cairo is a great place to really start your adventures from. And I don't want to talk about the other cities too much, but I just want to say, like, so we use Cairo as our hub, right? So since it's been our hub, it was about a 2-hour drive to Alexandria. Me and my wife, we went to Sharm el-Sheikh, and that's on the Red Sea. That's probably about an hour and a half flight. And the flights are real cheap. They're real reasonable. Then we also went to Luxor, and that was about an hour flight down the Nile, whatever. Mm-hmm. So we really got to see a whole lot. Like I said, Cairo was really a great place to really, say you want to do your little trips. And we even went to a couple other cities, Memphis and Saqqara. And they was all pretty much maybe 30 minutes from Cairo, something like that.
Okay.
Those are real quick trips or whatever. And they have a lot to see in both little cities. So like I said, for Cairo, man, like I would definitely go back to Cairo. I would definitely go back and do a little bit more. We didn't do a whole lot in the city because our hotel was near the pyramids. A lot of people don't know that. You know, Giza itself, the city of Giza, is on the outskirts of Cairo. So when you go into Cairo, that's when you see your Hiltons and all that Marriott's and all that type of stuff. Because back in the day, they actually diverted the river, so the Nile was a lot closer to the pyramids, but they rerouted it. Now it pretty much you don't even see the Nile. You can't even see the Nile from the pyramids anymore. Like if you want to see the Nile, you have to actually go into the city.
Right.
So, but yeah, other than that, like I said, then they got a little the infrastructure itself. They got a bunch of like middle class society, like just in pockets though. Like the whole city itself looks very third world, but then you be driving and then you'll see like, man, it's like World War Z, man. Like you'll see like a fenced in area and it's like looking like Shangri-La, like it's lush grass,
so nice,
sky-rise apartments. But on the outside of the gated community, it looked like a bomb went off or something. It's just like, to me, like, damn, that's not fair, but I guess it's the have-nots, and they got a lot of malls. But yeah, I'm saying that's what Cairo. Anything else you want to add, Earl, about Cairo?
No. I mean, like you said, an amazing city. If I ever go back, I'm undecided at this point. But if I do, I would stay in the city, just to see, what else there is to do in the city, and kind of like just mingle with like the people in the city. Now, like you said, beautiful city. Yeah, I don't know if I'll ever go back though, but beautiful city.
Well, it sounds like it's highly. You both would highly recommend that for other people to.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. I mean,
fun place.
Yeah, that's a no-brainer, bro. Like everybody should go to Cairo. It's super nice, man. So like I said, moving forward, the topic that I like to talk about a lot is what type of traveler you are. And I know we can talk forever on that. So all right. So let's start this off. Ryan, we're gonna start with Ryan, the person that don't eat, real food.
Oh yeah, please.
So if that's, you don't eat food, so that means you must be staying in $1 million hotels because you know what I'm saying. You take your food budget and just moving on to the accommodation budget.
No, not quite. I mean, but to answer your question, man, like I mean, even just hearing y'all stories, I mean, I definitely would have partake, because I'm with friends and we all tight and stuff. So I definitely would have, joined in with the festivities and the tours and stuff like that. But like if it's just me and the wife, or if for some reason I'm on like if I'm on solo and I go on like a business trip or something like that, it's like I'm not the type that's going to stay in my room all day. Don't get me wrong, but it's like if I'm on vacation, I don't like to feel rushed. Period. I don't want to meet no deadlines, nothing, because that's what the 9-to-5 full-time job is for. Or that's what if I do a job for a client, that's where deadlines are. When I go on vacation, I don't want somebody to be like, hey, Ryan, that tour start at 8 a.m. All right. Now I'm like, I'm on vacation. I'm gonna miss the tour. So so in short, to answer your question, the type of travel I am, at least when it comes to just soaking in a city I've never been in before, I just like to just travel at my own pace to see stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I once again, I'm not like, somebody who's gonna stay in a hotel all day, but I just want to see stuff at my own pace. Like, we'll get into it on another episode, but when I went to Vegas for like my family reunion and stuff like that, it was a great time. Like, I went to the Grand Canyon. I took a day trip to LA. I explored up and down the Vegas Strip all throughout that whole time there. But it was at my own pace. Don't hit me with no, hey Ryan, hey, this is the time you got to be here. If you're not there, you just missed out on your money, or you're not going. I'm like, well, I'm gonna get a refund because I'm not gonna make that time. That's just the type of person I am. And also with the type of travel, I'm not adventurous with food. I'm not. I don't care where I'm at. just I'm selfish enough to be like, I just got to find something that I'm gonna like. I'm not like Earl. I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm in Kansas City. I know they're known for ribs. Let me try. I'm not trying ribs. Give me some chicken.
Your example was ribs.
Yeah.
Not snake, not frog. Is it?
Kansas City ribs.
Yeah. Yeah.
The best ribs in the world. The Bible said, that ain't me. No.
Nah, but my wife is a complete opposite. My wife, she's like Earl. Whatever city we at, she's like, what y'all known for? Cause that's what I want to try. We went to New Orleans, which we'll get to another episode. She was like, where the poor boys at, and who got the best oysters? Me, I'm like, where the shrimp at that's fried, and Popeyes. I want to try. I want
Popeyes
because I mean, New Orleans Popeyes. I want to try the Louisiana New Orleans Popeyes, and it does taste Louisiana Popeyes.
I heard it tastes better down there.
Yeah, Louisiana. Yeah. New Orleans.
That's Popeyes. What I heard.
Yo, New Orleans Popeyes is an upgrade. It is. It's bomb.
Okay, all right.
That's the type of traveler I am.
Okay, what about you, Earl?
Me? So, just got this bug like a couple years ago, thanks to you, sir. So for me, like when it comes to a budget, now I know I'm gonna spend the most money on the flight, so I'm not really worried about the flight because the flight's gonna be what it's gonna be. But when it comes to accommodations, I'm looking at like I don't need to be in a 5-star. I definitely don't need to be like in a 1 or 2 star. I'm looking for like that 3-star. Something that's gonna be comfortable that I can lay my head in and not have to worry about something falling. When it comes to like excursions and stuff like that, I'm like, I like excursions to an extreme. Like my wife, she wants to do all the crazy stuff, like zip lining and tubing and Kate. Nah, I ain't doing none of that. I'd rather go see, like, if I'm somewhere, I'd rather go see the history of where I'm at, opposed to doing some wild ATV rides. Oh, nah, I ain't doing all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then when it comes to my wife, she wants to sleep in every day, and I'm like, man, when I get to a new place, man, I'm up at like 6 a.m. Like, I'm ready to go. Like, go experience this thing. Like, my wife's I'm just sitting there on the bed, just looking at my wife. I'm already showered, ready to go, just looking at her, just in the bed. I'm like, you gonna move anytime today?
No, that's what vacation is for. You gotta sleep. That's what it's for. I'm sleeping in, and then I'm doing me when I wake up. Yeah.
Negative, Brian. Negative. Stand down. That's not what it's for. Stay your ass at home if you want to waste your money.
Yeah. So with that, like when it comes to food, like I go on the internet, I search the top local like restaurants wherever I'm at, and I'm going to those places and I'm trying most of the stuff on the menu. You know what I'm saying? And if I really like it, I'm coming back to that place. And that's one thing that I kind of regret when I go to places like, it's hard to find good food. So when you find it, you kind of like, I'm just going to stick with this because I know what I'm going to get here. You know what I'm saying? But then it's like, you want to try other things, but you're just like, but this place was really good. So I tend to go back to the same place over and over and over again, just try different things on the menu. And I stay away from a lot of street vendors. I'm like a food safety type person. Like when I see stuff sitting out there, no ice, they not wearing no gloves. I mean, no hats. Nothing. I'd be like,
in America, that's what it is. I'm not eating that. I'm Sedity. I'm like, you got heat on it. You got heat on it. It's gonna be good.
Yeah, but and then the last thing I got is just wherever I go, I kind of want to be where the locals are. I kind of want to like just immerse myself like into that culture.
That's cool.
Just to see, how it's like to live with them. Like when I went to Belize, and I know hopefully we'll do an episode on that where I can get in on that. But like we were on the island and they rode around in golf carts. Like that was like, only a few people had actual cars. The golf cart was like the car. Like they had rules, they had laws with the golf carts. The golf carts had license plates on them. It was like, it was pretty cool though, because you're just riding around the golf cart all day long. So yeah, that's just some little tidbits on the type of traveler that I am.
Okay. Well, so for me, I think I'm leaning more towards like Earl. I mean, just because, like I said, man, and this actually is a good point, right, of this current, state right now, the COVID-19. It's like you just never know if you're going to get back to somewhere or you can even go somewhere, So it's just one of the things is when I travel, man, I try to do as much as I can in a lot of time.
Okay.
So how I do it is I do the budget thing. So whether, if I can drive, fly, whatever the case may be, that's what the mode of transportation I will use. And then on top of that, as far as accommodations go, I do like to I try to stay between 3 and 4 because 5 starts getting, $300-400 a night. I don't care if I'm sharing a room. Like, man, bro, I don't need to spend $200. You spend $200. So I like to get, I say 3 to 4 star. And then, so that's the accommodations on that. And now picking the accommodations, I try to pick it to where it's going to be closer to most of the events. So when we leave the hotel, we can walk to them, or it's easily to get to. Like, okay, we can catch a cab, Uber, whatever.
Uh-huh.
So that's what I try to do on that. And then, like I say, when it comes to the excursions, I want to do it all. Like anything I can do, I'm trying to do it. Like, and like I said, and it does get expensive, but I'm a type of traveler where for 2021, for example, I'm already mentally writing stuff down in my head like, I want to see this, and this. So I'm already getting the prices together now and saving for that. So I always save a year out. So my trips are already planned out, already paid for, essentially, by the time that event happens. So when the event happens, I'm not sitting there like, penny pinching like, ooh, I want to do that, but I didn't save $100 for that. Like, I ain't researched how much stuff costs as far as like the excursion. If it's $30, hey, I put $30 away. Hey, if it's my wife and if it's me and my wife, I put 60 away. Obviously just double it. And same thing with the flights or whatever. So like my wife, she's like not the planner when it comes to this, but she knows I'm gonna plan a good vacation. So she just trusts that I'm gonna do the right thing. I'm gonna make sure that we do what we want to do. Now, if it's something I feel like my wife is not gonna be into, like the camels, and then I ask, hey, you want to do camel ride? No? All right, too. Just scratch that off the list. And then so that's how we normally do it like that. And then like, so my wife, she allows me to do different types of trips. So I could do a solo trip, I could do a friend's trip, and I could do a family trip, and I could do just a wife and and our trip. So obviously those are 4 different things with 4 different budgets. So obviously when it's the whole family, I'm a family of 7. Hey, we really gonna budget to the T. Like, hey, what you eating? You know what I'm saying? How many French fries do you want? You start nitpicking on everything. Like,
I'm gonna say, how many French fries?
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so we make sure that we that we do that, whatever. So and also, what I'm saying, and that's just where I've been doing. Like I said, we've been avid travelers since 2013. So we heavy in the game, and we've been doing it for a while.
That's dope.
We take domestic trips all the time. So we definitely do that. But so the point I want to bring up is on a caveat with what Ryan said. I'm gonna go the opposite way. Hey, get your ass up. You don't have to get up. Kids, old people, women and children. Hey, get up.
Everybody up.
Because I'm saying, like I said, you don't. In this example right here, right? The Cathedral of Notre Dame, it burned down, right? That's never going to be the same, obviously. You can replace stuff, you can whatever, but obviously it's not the original material. It's going to be different, you know what I'm saying? So we went to Paris. We went to the Cathedral of Notre Dame, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, what if I didn't get up in time? We only spent like 2 days there, 3 days, I think like 3 days, whatever. So if we're sitting there lagging behind and we don't really get up until noon, depending on the time of the year, depends on how much sunlight you have. And obviously the best pictures come out, during the day.
Yeah, we got
I don't want to
light.
take a gang of pictures at 7 o'clock, dusk. I don't want to take pictures at dusk. I mean, sometimes the pictures come out nice, and I would take some dusk pictures, night pictures, the majority of your pictures are gonna be during the day because you got to go like whatever.
Yeah, and not
it was open.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I do, like and Ryan, I never been on a real vacation with you, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, if you ever come out with me, it's cool. If you want to kick it in the room, and long as we have an understanding, like, hey, bro, don't touch me. Hey, check this out. I ain't going. Cool. That is on you. If you want to miss the experience, but I'm gonna tell you what Preston gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Travels is getting his ass up, eating, residency, all the hygiene, and I'm out the door about 8, 9 o'clock.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's because I want to enjoy my vacation. For me, that's enjoying the vacation. Now, if I do a vacation where, like your Cozumel or your Cabos and stuff like that, where I'm not going anywhere and we just gonna be at the resort.
That's different.
Yeah, we can wake up at noon. I don't care. We can sleep in, stay up all night and get massages and drink Mai Tais and sex on the beaches.
Mm-hmm.
Those are for those vacations. When I go to a city that's supposed to be like filled with wonder and just everything, I want to get up and see this stuff.
Yeah, I still want to see it too. Just maybe not 8 o'clock. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I guess you can buy yourself. You might as well go by yourself, because while Earl and I looking at it at 9, you go like, hey guys, let's go. Nah, I already saw it. You know what I'm saying?
I got a 2 o'clock appointment. Y'all want to go back at 2?
Nah, I'll be like, you on your own, brother. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I like I said, I personally don't understand people that do want to sleep in to that point. Like, even if you say I want to sleep in at 9, oh, that's cool, because you think about it. For us, we're up at 5, 3, I don't say 3, but 5, 6 o'clock in the morning to go to work.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta be at work, I gotta be clocked in at 7. It takes me an hour to get to work. So that's driving time 6 to 7. And then you just keep back with I gotta be up at 5:15. So if I was to sleep in to say 7, hey, I slept in at 7, I'm good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yep. So that is sleeping in. But if you're talking about sleeping in to 11, it's like, okay, you're gonna wake up at 11, then you're gonna drag around, then you're gonna like eat, and then that was 1:30.
I'm ready to get it popping. 1:30. Let's get it popping.
Nah, man, because you haven't been places that close at 5 o'clock. Because like we went to the museum in Cairo. I think they closed at like 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock.
Dude, they closed like 4 or 5.
Oh, yeah, I'll be blown.
That's what I mean. You got to plan accordingly to certain things. But yeah, that's I'm definitely into the budget thing, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not rich. Now, granted, when you got friends and I don't have to pay for one person myself, that's when the budget kind of opens up a little bit, because I'm not paying 7 dinners, 7 breakfast, 7 lunch. I'm not getting accommodations for all 7 of my family.
Right.
But I just say, hey, I just need a bed. Oh, we can go stay somewhere that's a little bit more pricier, but it's still not breaking the pockets because we're not in the room.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, I don't need a loft. I don't need a skyrise loft in downtown Vegas overlooking whatever and paying $500 a night. Nah. Stuff like that sounds dope if I'm having a bachelor party, or if I'm, my wedding anniversary, we ain't leaving the hotel. Then I'll pay some crazy money, because this is, all money going to the room.
Yeah.
We going out and about, we doing everything under the sun. Hey, bro, I just need a decent room with a good view, and I'm good, bro. So, it's like I say, it's pros and cons to all of it, whatever. But yeah, like I don't fly first class ever. You know what I'm saying? Like, but those prices just don't go down. I don't care if you get a year out. We still gonna be like, we need $6,000.
Yeah. You like that?
But that's one way, sir.
Right.
So I also like, another good thing is that people can get into an argument is food, because I got some friends that's a little on the, hey, we got to eat at restaurants every night, and I'm like, I like McDonald's, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say I'm gonna eat McDonald's every night or every day, but
I'm gonna take a break from the big
$30 for every meal.
I'm like that. So, I'm like that. Like I told you, I went to Popeyes, which is fine. So I'll definitely do the same thing with that.
Yeah. So I got a couple of friends that I ain't gonna say they bougie, but they damn sure gonna be like, let's go find a nice restaurant and sit down and drink some wine. I'd be like, I like a Sprite, a number 4, medium, and we're good. You know what I'm saying? I'm $7 out, you know, in whatever, and I'm straight. You know, scarf it down, we keep it moving. But like I said, I try to accommodate everybody. When I go somewhere, I don't let nobody ruin my plans.
Of course,
but I will listen to somebody else and say, hey, let's talk about things and say, hey, man, what you trying to do? But those conversations need to be had before we even get on ground. So you don't want to get on ground, and next thing you know, Ryan is like, I'm sleeping in to 10, and I'm like, what you doing? Oh no, I'm good.
What you doing?
Yeah, like I said, but hey, now that I know, because I didn't know you was like that. I didn't know you was to the level of you get up when you want to get up.
Yeah, that's how I get down.
Man, good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, I just want to make sure because it's 2020. People are just saying what they feel now.
Oh yeah, I'm good, baby. That's how I get down.
Yeah, that's
but
something.
We know what next year gonna look like when Ryan comes.
Yeah, Ryan ain't coming.
Yeah. Oh no, he'll be in a room by himself.
Yeah. Which means stay your ass in America. You know what I'm saying? I'm like this. Earl and I experienced something that was super dope. I mean, yeah, we had to get up early because I think the driver was there like almost every day, like 8 o'clock in the morning. So we had to be downstairs, 5, 10
leave already. Yeah.
And we out until, early afternoon or evening, whatever. But, to me, that's the adventure, man. You squeeze in so much and you see so much. Because like I said, I'm not rich. So I can't go to Egypt every other month to see stuff that I could already, I could have seen on one trip. Mm-hmm. So I try to see as much as I can in any given city because most of the time I'm only gonna go for 4 or 5 days, and those 4 or 5 days might include travel, there and back.
Right.
Sleeping, eating. So you gotta plan all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I think your tune might change when you go to a real country or city where it has a lot to do, a lot to offer.
Yeah, you might be right.
I'm not sure about Cozumel. I don't know how the setup is. But if you had a resort and you didn't leave the resort, there's no purpose of getting up at 7.
Right. But like I said, I had intention of leaving the resort, but for good reason. That was highly suggested you don't. So I was like, that's fine with me.
But if you mess with me or Earl, we're gonna try to go somewhere super dope where it got a lot to offer, a lot to see, where you can't wait to noon to do it. Because traffic or whatever, it might be an event, it might be.
You might close early.
So you definitely want to just get up and just start your day.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I said, man, I mean, we're going to try to convert you. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
I got Earl out there now. Earl thinks about traveling all the time.
All day.
You know what I'm saying? So I just gotta, corrupt you, Ryan, and, get you to travel some places. And
I'm open.
From my point of view.
Okay.
And maybe you'd be like, damn, okay. I'm telling you, man, it's gonna be like. Matter of fact, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Where's a place that you want to go in the world?
Hong Kong.
All right, so Hong Kong. I don't know anything about Hong Kong. I've never been. But I know one thing. That's a long flight, and you're not gonna want to just sit in that room, and you're gonna want to be there for at least, I'm gonna assume 5 to 7 days, because that flight gotta be.
20 hours.
All better 17 to 20 hours.
Hell yeah.
So why sit in the room?
You're right. I probably want to see something. Yeah.
You want to see something.
Yeah.
So I never really did the full research on Hong Kong as far as what is there to do. But I'm sure if I get into the weeds of things, it's got to be enough things to do every single day, whether it's temples, mountains, hiking, or whatever. So, like I said, you just have to look into that type of stuff, and if I'm part of your adventures, man, which I hope I am, you see it from that point of view.
I like that. I like that, man.
Don't worry, Ryan. You'll have some downtime to take a nap.
To be continued, then. I like that. That's all I need.
They say drowsy, he's a little sleepy.
Yeah, I'm saying that's it.
But that's why you get up early. You get up early, do what you got to do. You back in the hotel about 7. You sleep till about 9. Now you up.
That sounds like more of my schedule. I could do that.
Yeah, but if you talking about I'm gonna sleep in the noon, and then we're gonna go out for 3 hours. We back in the room by 5.
You'll miss everything.
What did you see in those couple of hours?
Nothing.
It might take you, that's what I'm trying to say. It might take you an hour to drive to somewhere because, dog, you don't understand. Traffic is crazy in some countries where it might take you, it's like DMV traffic. It might take you 2 hours to get to, you know, a trip that only took you 20 minutes.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's why you get up as early as possible. And like I said, tours be like, hey, man, we got an 8 o'clock. That's what we got.
You
can't
went
be
out.
like, well, I only do 11. Well, I guess you ain't going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, the best tours start early because they're usually like 7-8 hour tours.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah, those are the ones that, you know, that I like to do. But yeah. So like I said, man, that's, I guess, what type of travelers we are.
Mm-hmm.
You know, pretty much we all budgeters, you know what I'm saying? We're all budget traveler guys.
Absolutely. Definitely a budget guy. Definitely a budget guy.
Yep.
Yeah, it was good talking, man. I'm glad everybody came together on this. You know what I'm saying? Got to share this moment with my best friend, Earl.
Yeah, great seeing you again, Earl.
Hey,
you know
thanks for having me, fellas.
no problem.
I hope to be back on this podcast real soon.
Hey.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. You know what I'm saying? We're going to make sure we write your script and get you on there. We'll make sure I won't kill you off until season 2, though. And we got to, write somebody else in or something.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I'm glad you came through and supported us. You are our first guest. And, you know what I'm saying, you've really been inspirational to us and, you know, and motivating us and giving us good feedback on what we're trying to accomplish. And like I said, for me, I said, just thank you for that.
Mm-hmm. And most importantly, been a great friend. Great friend.
Yeah, great friend. You know what I'm saying? He's supporting all our endeavors and stuff. So yeah, I guess that's episode 3 in the books.
Peace.
All right, peace.